Welcome back to the channel. If you have ever built any customized workbench or table using aluminum extrusions like the one I have here, this is a 40 by 40 aluminum extrusion. One useful thing you can do for your workbench is to provide AC power to your workbench so you can connect it to your electronic devices. And one of the easiest way is to just use one of these multi-gang extension wire or extension cord and just mount it to your aluminum extrusion. Well, the problem is this type of multi-gang extension cord is not designed to be directly mounted to your aluminum extrusion. So you might be wondering, why can't you just use double-sided tape or cable tie to tie it around the aluminum extrusion? In fact, I did use double-sided tape, and unfortunately it just came off maybe after 2 weeks. It just wasn't sturdy enough, and it just doesn't stick for a very long time. So I needed a more permanent solution, and today I'm gonna teach you and share with you how I modeled a bracket for the extension wire, multi-gang extension, using Fusion 360 and 3D printed it out. So what you're seeing behind me is an aluminum extrusion workbench I built specifically for my CNC machine. Now when I start working on the CNC machine on my right, this is where I'll be sitting together with my laptop, and ideally I want to have this extension cord mounted right under here so I can easily connect any electronic devices and the power to the CNC machine as well. But as you can see, there is no easy way I can just use cable tie to loop this around the aluminum extrusion, and double-sided tape just will come off very easily because of the humidity and the constant temperature change. We're back in the studio. Now that you have a better idea of how the extension cable should be mounted under the aluminum extrusion, let's dive into Fusion 360 and let me show you how I modeled the bracket for the extension cable. Okay, with Fusion 360 fired up, let's start off with a sketch on the front plane. Alright, create a rectangle with the center rectangle. Now this is the dimension that I measured off the extension cable. So for this I'll give it a 28, and for the length I'll give it a 67.5. so you will need to leave a bit of gap just to make sure that it's not too tight. And right now I'll change these solid lines to construction lines. Then I will give it an offset of 3 millimeters minus 3. So this is the thickness of the bracket, and click OK, and then I will pull it to be 15 millimeters thick. Now I'll give it a shell command, so it creates a cavity here, and now I will add the 2 tabs that we are gonna use to mount this bracket and the extension cable to the aluminum extrusion. So I'll just put 3 millimeters thickness and 40 millimeters for the length. I'll do another one, and I will link this dimension together so that I just need to change one in case I need to change the other dimension. Okay. Now I need to center these two tabs, so I create a center line in the middle and set this space in between the tabs to be 40. And in order to make it center, I will use the symmetry command. And now I can pull this too. And set the extend type to object. Alright. Now I'll create a mounting hole, but first let's do a sketch to define the location of the mounting hole. So I'm choosing the center line, so these two intersections will be where I will place my hole. So these two, set it to construction and finish sketch and use the hole command. Click on from sketch and click on the hole point, sorry. And for 40 by 40 aluminum extrusions, we will be using M8 screws. So I'm just going to give it a 8.5mm hole. Okay. So for the diameter, set to 8.5. Okay. So now you have a hole that extends to through both tabs. Then give it a chamfer. And give it a fillet on all the sharp corners just to round it off, and also decrease the pressure build-up on the edges. Just make sure when you're doing a radius, it has to be smaller than the radius of the aluminum extrusion, or the bracket is not going to sit flush on the aluminum extrusion. Okay, so in this case it's 3mm, and give it another fillet over here, which you can go a bit bigger, let's say 4mm. Okay. Now we're going to create an escape hole for the wire. So what I'm going to do is to create a sketch using a slot command. Place it here. So this is the diameter, 15, height. all the way to this surface, so you get a good clean cut. And that's basically it. Depending on the design of your extension cable, mine is not symmetrical, so I created a second bracket that is slightly different. But if yours are the same on both sides, you just need to use the same design without the escape hole. Okay, so once we are finished, now we can send it over to the slicer and let the printer print it out. And this is what we have right here. Looks pretty good in my opinion. The finish is nice. This one is the other side. Looks good. Let's see how it fits. Okay, this side is fine. And this side. Oh, looks good. Let's try it out on the table. The mounting brackets are working fine, and my extension cord seems to be securely mounted below the aluminum extrusion table now. I hope you learned something from my video, and if you're getting value out of this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in building your own CNC machine, you can check out my DIY CNC KR8 series, and which I will put up there. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.